Hello. Today I start with the hat on, and then you can wonder when is he going to take it off for the thumbnail. I feel okay. I feel a little bit more comfortable to just press record and not have anything planned to say. You know, all thoughts go right out the window when you press record. I guess that's why you take many takes when you try to make or say something specific or have things written out, or I don't know. Some people are probably uh, so skilled and gifted at organizing thoughts and blasting them out to the people. Um, yeah, we all have different strengths and weaknesses, and I think it's good to to balance out your weaknesses, balance out things you're not good at. Um, but that's kind of everybody's challenge. Generally, the things that you are not good at are things that you were shamed for not being good at, or you didn't have encouragement or good help or teaching in building up your weaknesses. Um, whether it be, kind of the flip side of me would be people who struggle with doing sports and physical activity and athletic endeavors, and I totally am compassionate and understanding of people who, you know, they have all the reasons not to feel comfortable with their physical body and moving and running and hand-eye coordination, and you know first of all, you probably came from genetics and parents who weren't athletic or good at those things, and then yeah, you started off on a slow foot compared to people that were more naturally gifted. So yeah, you might have been made fun of, and then that turns into insecurity if that wasn't loved, if that wasn't nurtured and helped, to where I don't know. I had a lot of advantages. My dad is very athletic and sports background, and you know encouraged playing, and so we all have areas that we can identify ourselves as that's not me, or I'm good at these things, and this is the lane that I should stick in, and but yeah, you don't know what you really are in that realm of life. And I'm a firm believer that when you're growing up and when you're a kid and you have natural interest in certain things. I had at one point, I had a natural interest in basketball. Was I gifted in all the ways that would make me successful to be a professional basketball player? No. I had some gifts as far as hand-eye coordination and being a little bit quick and fast, but I wasn't the most athletic. Definitely not, in the height range of professional basketball players, and my skin color is not the average athletic NBA player. And yeah, I don't resent me going down that route because I really think that your interests have more to teach you than what you're good at. I think letting kids go to go towards what they gravitate to is natural. I think it's what has the most bang for your buck, and as far as their growth and your growth today. Um, what you kind of like, I wish I could do that, or I'm intrigued by people that can do this, or I think there's something there for you. So in basketball, was it the kind of rhythmic side? It was, the running and jumping, and then the, physical aggression, the being quick. It matched a lot of interest in my body to explore. It's what I thought was cool. I think it's important to follow what you think is cool, and not that you're trying to be cool, but I don't know. God made a cool universe, and I thought I really felt like basketball, and when I fell in love with training and getting better, it felt a lot. It fulfilled that desire that I had with I guess with my imaginary loves of Power Rangers that morphed into Star Wars and wanting to be a Jedi, then Dragon Ball Z and wanting to be a Super Saiyan and wanting to move fast and react and I just found that like the athleticism in basketball was really cool and impressive. Maybe it's because certain ways, like, I found it difficult. It was like, oh, if I could get to there, what would that be like? Um, so that being said, I guess what do you imagine would be cool if you were like that? And sometimes that strikes in as you keep living an area that is even a sore spot, an insecurity, um, somewhere that you're weak, whether that be like running and jumping, and you're, overweight and you're like, I could never do that. I don't know. I think the first step is going, I want that. Um, Not figure out is it possible and then decide you're going to do it. But going like, there's something there for me. And it probably is your desire for the health of your body, to balance things out, to you know, lift weights or put on muscle if you're thin, or you know, want to rock climb, or even non-physical things, as far as me kind of doing public speaking, or singing, or creating music. Or a big one for me was I guess like asking out women, and being romantic, and imagining a version of yourself that is not what you feel like you are at this moment. Because in time, you don't know what you could be. And I think it's a lie to believe that you're already set in stone. That if you're gotten good at a certain thing, then that's what you are, and just keep refining that. But you have to be honest with yourself if that's enough for you. If you're not longing for something else, for people that are avoiding relationship and want to be in a relationship, or the flip side of people that only want to be in a relationship and don't think life can be enjoyed alone. And probably thought I was going to take my hat off there. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use a thumbnail from a different video, and then talk about how I'm going to take my hat off, but I never do in the video. Or I'll just take it off after and take a picture. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Yeah, because it comes down to like, what do you feel like you'll lose if you show people how good you actually are at something now or today? It can feel like you need to get good and then share it, become presentable, and then present yourself. I think that's fine. We don't mind seeing someone work a bunch and then come out of the blue and be really, good or talented at something, and didn't show the days leading up. But I think there's something to whether you're hiding that because you feel embarrassed or shame about it, I think is different, and often prevents you from ever taking the first step. And so I'd love to spur on the thought of like, if I could be good at this tomorrow. Well, I almost don't like that question. If I could be good at this tomorrow, what would I do? That also doesn't take into account, like, maybe you don't like, I was thinking I would like to make beautiful music like Porter Robinson. And, if I could just wake up and be that. But, part of me is like, I don't really want to work at that, day in, day out till I get good at it, or I don't want to spend all my time doing that. That doesn't feel right to me at this point in my life. But I would like to like sing a few songs, or there's a Porter Robinson song that I am practicing on piano that I would like to record with vocal, and see where that goes, So it doesn't have to be, I have to be a professional at this. Because I like to do lots of different things, and I like to kind of, I like to take the skills and the growth from that activity and then move on. And some people, they want to keep growing in that area. They want to be the best or be really good or make something even better. I was talking with my life coach yesterday, and just a lot of things spiritually and stuff are changing for me, and I felt like I had kind of let everything drop out of my life over the last couple weeks, and I've just felt really selective about what I pick back up, rather than this pressure to kind of do everything. See, if I do this and I do this, and then I'll have something, then I will eventually keep working, and I'll gain something for myself. And I don't know, that pressure feels heavy now. It feels kind of heavy to pick all of it back up. So I've just been resting a lot. Making these videos. Hanging out with some people. It's hard for me to go back to watching content, consuming, and whether it be TV or shows or even books. And I watch some, and I spend a lot of time messaging with people, and just here lately. And reading and looking at things that I post and share, and interacting with people. And I've been dealing with hip pain still, where I still can't cross my leg over on either side, and kind of have to stay straight. Can't really rotate out and stuff, really not comfortably. And the last few months have been a lot of going to different doctors, and eating right, and trying to I guess get out of a hard place with my hip, and with a lot of pain, and a colitis flare. And that kind of led me to when I went on my trip and was visiting family, and it's kind of like, now what? And it can feel scary. It feels like I should have the pressure to move along in some way. But I don't know. I guess I'm honoring that I'm tired. Letting things come. Picking things up slowly and intentionally. And every day's kind of been different for me. I'm kind of grieving through some boredom of I don't really know. And that pressure comes from inside that voice to that I'm gonna miss it. That I would slip into a state of not doing anything, and kind of rotting, or getting into habit and routine of just going back to watching shows, or spending too much time on the internet. And I don't know. I guess I'm reminded of the thought of God's not afraid of where I'm at. He's not afraid of whatever I might slip into or go or whatever. because I would be under the belief that, like, I made this happen to get to where I am today, and it's still on me. And yeah, just connecting to right now in the present moment, and I don't know, maybe you don't know, and you feel the same thing of, like, I don't know, and I'm scared of not knowing, feeling like everybody else knows, and I'm in danger not knowing. So I just lift that to the Lord of yeah, I'm scared where I'm at. I don't feel safe. And I guess there's a part of me that knows that that I'm not any less or more safe than I ever have been. I mean, even in the external, like, I'm just standing here, no danger, in a room with air conditioning that isn't working that well. Yeah, so that's kind of what I do in these videos, is talk about stuff, and ideas and thoughts come up, and then fear gets triggered up, like, ugh, maybe I'm not, all right doing something. Maybe I do need to put the pressure on. And I guess what I feel like is working best for me, or my advice, is that it just starts with that awareness. It starts with looking in and going, I do feel this fear. God, help me. And it can be scary to feel like, will God help me through this? Will He, work this out? Or is it on me? Is it my responsibility? Is it am I separate from God's help? I guess the verse coming to mind is it's like in 1st or 2nd Peter, where it's like, God supplying everything you need for life and godliness. I mean, the Spirit is here. So I think I'm going to leave it here. and I guess meditate on the thought of the question, God, are you going to work this out in a way that I would be happy, or can I mess this up? So I'm looking for safety that I can't mess this up. Part of me is like wanting to believe that everything is perfect and whatever I do today is perfect, and because of the power and grace of God, that all things will be worked for good, because God cannot fail at his purposes, and he's making all things right and all things good. But yeah, definitely showed me some doubt, some fear that I have there. So with that being said, see ya.